This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is a brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibrations Camp with another video through the power and spirit of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai. First and foremost, call Halayim La Alahayanawa. Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, Baal Shem Akaha Kodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedom to do so no more than ever for this truth. Shalom unto the speckled bird Israelites, who looks like the other nations, but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage. And shalom unto the very few but faithful Akawats, which is the sisters. Alright. The name of this video is Our Lives Are Nothing in This Kingdom. Alright. Our lives, the lives of the hopeful elect, is nothing in this wicked kingdom. Yeah? This wicked kingdom has literally nothing to offer us that is of righteousness. Yeah? This wicked kingdom, is it's just a cesspool, just a cesspool. And we who in this truth here, we's the only one who will understand, we's the only ones that will see it for what it is. Alright? Because the way that this world is turning into, alright, the wickedness that this world promotes and puts on a pedestal and holds up in high esteem, alright, a man who is aspiring to be a man of the Lord, a brother or a sister, who in this truth you're aspiring, to live for Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, they would never be comfortable in this world, because this world, this kingdom that we're living in is not of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai, is a whole anti-Hamashiach, an anti-Yahweh kingdom. Alright, so this is Revelations 12, and I will start at verse 10 to get a better essence into the scripture. It reads, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of Yahweh, the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser," right, and the power of his Hamashiach, Salakia, "for the accuser of our brethren is cast down," which is who? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, "which accused them before our power day and night." But to the point, "and they overcame him." Alright? Overcame him. Who is that? Esau Edom, the wicked. Alright? They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, by keeping that faith and that trust and that belief. Alright? "And by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto death." Alright? Salakia. Yeah, Salakia about that. I was to take that important call there. Alright, so yeah, this is the situation here with us, A lot of us we reached that point now, that really and truly we hate it here, right? Not the fact that we hate it, not the fact is that we hate it here, yes, but the fact is that, you know, the life that we live in, the life that we have to live, and at the same time have to put up with where the wickedness in this world is concerned, you know. You know, it makes it has get you weary sometimes. I telling you, it has get me weary sometimes, you know, because I gotta put up with a lot of nonsense. It has get tired sometimes. Seriously, it has get tired. Alright? It has get tired. You know, you're working, you like for instance, I working amongst a stinking lesbian, you know, but the thing is I can't rebuke she and I can't reprove she concerning she wicked, evil, demonic, abominable lifestyle, because what go on? I'll get called in, I'm liable to lose my job. You understand, that worst case scenario where I could lose my job and whatnot, so forth, you know, because these people are protected, and you know what I mean, you understand where I'm coming from? That the situation here, you know. That the situation here, you know, you can't, for you to love your life here, if for you to be in the truth and still want to love your life here in this place, something wrong with you, boy. Something really wrong with you. You know, I don't know what to say, but then to it have it. Alright, it have it. It have it. It have those type of people who say they in the truth, and at the same time, you know, they love this system and they're going along, and you know, it's not vexing them. You know, it's not vexing them. Alright, it have a script here. Let me see if I could get a script here that about that. Let me see if I could get a script here. Bear with me. Alright, I think I have it here, 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 7 here. Alright. Alright, I will start from we go straight to the point. 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 7. Alright. Put a little mark on it here. Alright, so good. Alright, and you know, so I reading here, right? And delivered just Lot, vexed with filthy conversation of the wicked. Alright? For that righteous man dwelling among them in seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Alright? Alright? Because you know, you read about as you read in verse, if you see there in verse 6, it's speaking about, you know, the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah and whatnot, and Yahweh Hashem deliver just Lot, you know. And this is the thing here, the point what I'm trying to make here, you know, you as a righteous man living in this trying to live uprightly, you know, and you're just dwelling amongst people who just in a bunch of wicked, evil conversations, you know, and it is, you know, the thing is, you can't really reprove them the way how you want to reprove them. Alright, because it will get you in trouble, because this is what this world is all about. This world is all about a bunch of wickedness. Alright, a bunch of wickedness, a bunch of evil. You dig? You know, days with this world, days with this place is it's set upon, you know. You know, you carry proof somebody on the adulterous lifestyle. You carry proof your people, you know, concerning the idolatrous lifestyle also. You know, by you doing these things, you're liable to end up in big trouble, you know. They make you accused of for a word, you know. As the scripture, that's roughly paraphrasing, you know. So going back to the 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 9, you know, it reads, "For I think that Yahweh had set forth us the apostles last, as it were approved to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world and unto angels and to men. Right? We are fools for Hamashiach's sake. Why? Because people, you know, people have us in a laughing stock and what have you. Alright, because of the fact that hey, we not of them, we not of their kind. We don't uphold, you know, and you know when we come out in the streets and preach this word and what have you, you know, they don't have us in high regard, you know, and they make a mockery, you know. They make a mockery. They make a mockery of the truth. They make a mockery of the Messiah, you know, Yahawashi, Mashiach, you know. You know, they you know, they make a mockery at us and call us fools, but at the end of the day, it's no sin, you know, because we are fools for Mashiach's sake, because at the end of the day, we have a greater reward. Alright? As it reads, you know, but we are fools for Mashiach's sake, but ye are wise in a Mashiach. Alright? Which goes back to, I think it's 1 Corinthians 2:20, you know, where Yahweh say, you know, he take the foolish things of the world. Let me see if I can get that. What the hell do me? No, not 1, 2. Or is it 1? Let me see. Just bear with me. Yeah, it's this here self button. Let me see. I want to read all that. Yeah. I will read from verse 27, alright? 1 Corinthians 1:27 it reads, but Yahweh had chosen the foolish things out of the world to confound the wise. And Yahweh had chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And base things of the world, things which are despised, hath Yahweh chosen, yea, and the things which are not, to bring to naught things that are. Alright? So when I go back, alright, when I go back to the 1 Corinthians 4 and 10 where it reads, alright, but we are fools for Mashiach's sake, but ye are wise in a Mashiach, you know, because this is what Yahweh Bashim Yahshai this is the position that he put us in, alright, because we is going to be, you know, it comes to the territory, you know, it comes to the territory. Because remember, you're not following the norms of the world, and you're not going to the norms of the philosophies of the world and what have you. So they will look at this as taboo, you know. Let me see if I can pull up the word taboo. Alright, so I have the word taboo here, you know. It reads a social or religious custom prohibiting or restricting a particular practice or forbidden association with a particular person, place, or thing. Alright, so, you know, this truth here, they will look at it as taboo because it is not something that they are accustomed seeing and what have you, not something what they are accustomed to knowing and practicing. Alright? So they will look at us as taboo. Alright? But you see, the thing is, the scripture say what there is a way which seems right unto a man, you know, but at the ending of it is death, you know. I ain't bothering to go through the synonym. Let's see something. As you could see here, the synonyms. Alright. Alright. You know, they look at this truth as unlawful, forbidden, prohibited, banned, you know, out of bounds. Alright? I ain't going to go through all of that, you know, because I don't want to stay, you know, too long on this on this video. Alright? So continuing verse continuing, alright, but ye are strong, ye are honorable, but we are despised. Alright, we are despised, you know. when I go to John, yeah, John 15, John 15 and 18. Alright, it reads, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. And if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Yeah? Therefore the world hated you. Alright? I'm bothering to go all the way down, just keep it short and to the point. Alright? So back to the Corinthians 4 and 9. Well, 4 and 11. Alright? Sorry, 4 and 10. Alright? That's why it says, but we are despised because the world hate us. Because, again, look at this as taboo, and unlawful and this and that and the other. Alright? This is why, we lives is not to have any honor. Our lives is not to be with honor in this place. It will never amount up to any honor and great, and be dignified and what have you, so forth, because this world, this place, it just builds and stands upon wickedness. Simple as it is, Even unto this present hour we both hunger and thirst and are naked and are buffeted and have no certain dwelling place. Yeah? And labor working with our own hands, being reviled. We bless, being persecuted, we suffer it. Being defamed, alright? Call us all sorts of names and wrongfully accuse us and all these things. Alright? Falsely accuse us where our words and actions and whatnot so forth is concerned. Alright? We entreat. We are made as the filth of the world. Right? This is why our lives are nothing. Alright? We are made as filth of the world and are the offscouring of all unto this day. Alright? I write not these things to shame you, but as my beloved sons, I warn you. Alright? All these things we ought to go through here, and this is why, I think it's Psalms 104, I think. What are going so far for? Psalms 104 and 1. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. No, not Psalms 104. Let's bear with me. I think I have it here. Alright, this is Psalm 78. Actually, Psalm 70. Alright. Psalm 78 reads, make haste, O Yahweh, to deliver me. Make haste to help me, O Yahweh. This is what we asking Yahweh for, to make haste, to get me out of this wicked place, Because we sick and fed up. We sick and fed up. I sick and fed up. To be honest, I sick and fed up. I happy that, the elites doing what they're doing right now, because they know that they had but a short time, right? I happy that they doing what they're doing right now. So, my brothers like myself, well, starting from the elders and apostles on down, because, hey, these men been laboring for well over 30 years. And it's high time that these men, get out of this place and be rewarded for their work. Alright? And if I were in the street for 4 or 5 years, alright, praying and asking that Yahweh, to Yahweh Shem Yahushai to get we out of this place, bring the plagues and destruction now. Well, you could imagine for the elders, for the apostles and the elders, who in the street for well over 30, 35 years, 40 years. Alright? Because this place, it's sickening. It literally sickening. Alright? Seriously sickening. We can't stand it. It's only a certain type of people will like this place, you know. Alright? Because they all about that freaking wickedness, man. They all about that wickedness. This is Romans. Let me see, Romans 12. 12 and 1 I will start at. Alright? You know, because this is the link with this going back to link with the last couple of verses and what I had read in 1 Corinthians 4. Alright? So it reads, you know, because all these things we read in 1 Corinthians 4, what they will do us, you know. And what Paul say, you know, these things he write, not to shame, he telling us these things and writing these things for us, not to shame us, but to warn us. Alright? And with us being warned, what you know, as I say, it comes to the territory. This is Romans 12 and 1, you know. This is the mindset that we had to be in. Alright? It reads, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. Alright? Because your life done the wood, not one piece of shit here. There's nothing to hold on to. Alright? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh bring forth the comforter to us, which is Yahweh Shai. Alright, to put that comforting spirit upon us, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, for we to get the understanding of the scriptures and whatnot, to know that we should be at rest, you know, within our minds. Alright? To withstand, to build our minds and withstand all the wickedness that we have to witness and the persecution that we have to endure. Alright? And be not conformed to this world. You know, to hell with this world, you know. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. See the same thing I said? Alright? By the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, alright, that acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think himself more highly than he ought to think, alright, but think soberly according as Yahweh had dealt to every man the measure of faith, alright. So, because here, as the scripture said in Micah 2 and 10, you know, here is not our rest, you know. So, we just had to go with the punches and just go along, alright, and push on through, keep that faith, keep in the spirit, you know, and just do what we ought to do to get the hell out of this wicked place, alright. Hope that, you know, keep that faith, you know, that we are among the elect to get out of here. Alright, because it don't worth it. It really don't worth it. It really don't worth it. You know? This place done, it had nothing to look forward to. Here it is, you know, you're hearing Rowley talking about, well, he done pushing it, because we had said it. Even one of the brothers put probably article in the group chat, you know, where he gonna make this shit mandatory, you know, and he done starting, you know, by next year, you know, who and what job criteria they have to go and take the antidote. If they don't take it, you know, they wouldn't be paid for the job and whatnot, so forth. They wouldn't be, you know, they would be on the payroll, but they wouldn't be paid and all that shit. You know, the reason why they keep it on the payroll, because why they're expecting it. Alright, well, I ain't get fired, you know, to give you encouragement as in, hey, I ain't get fired, I'm still on the payroll, so yeah, well, but I just really go on and take this thing and whatnot, so forth, and collect my salary. So you see why this judgment, please, but I'm trying to hold my tongue, trying my best to hold my tongue. They Job 14 and 7, it reads, for there is hope of a tree if it be cut down, that it will sprout again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease. Alright? Though the root thereof wax old in the earth, and the stock thereof die in the ground, yet through the sent water of it will bud. Right? Which is really actually speaking about the elect, you know. This year going into the elect, you know, despite, you know, Yahweh Hashem going on done away with 2/3 of our people, you know, but he lead our root there, you know, you know, that root still on the ground there, you know, where the tree, where that tree, that noble, it will come back noble. That tree will come back noble. Alright? But that will only happen in the kingdom. Alright? Good? Yet through the scent of water it will bud and bring forth boughs like a plant. Alright? But man dieth and wasteth away. Yea, man giveth up the ghost, and where is he? As the waters fail from the sea, and the flood decayed and dried up, so man lieth down and riseth not till the heavens be no more, till right, they shall not awake nor be raised out of their sleep. Alright? Because, hey, there's a next thing too, you know. A major thing too that I feel to address in this video, you know, because, hey, a major part in us, you know, especially us the hopeful elect, being sickened in this, you know, in this living in this world, you know, is this flesh that we have, you know, this corruptible flesh that we have. All right, this corruptible flesh that we have, but at the same time too, you know, because we're prone to sin and what have you, you know, as long as we're in this flesh, you know, we're prone to sin, we're prone to going off, and all these things too. All these things is vex you, because, you know, it is hard time you're trying to really push forth and do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright, but sometimes, you know, it just end up going off, you know. And this is the thing here, you know, with sin, you know, it comes the territory of death. Alright? Now, dying at the same time too, you know, brothers who in this truth, you know, we shouldn't be worried about it, you know, because at the end of the day still, you know, we still going to be in the spirit world and get away from this wicked place, this wicked system, and what have you, you know, because this world has nothing to offer us. Alright? So I read in verse 10 again, but man dieth and wasteth away, yea, man giveth up the ghost, and where is he? Alright, that's just show you how this life here is nothing. This life here is literally nothing. Alright? Verse 11, as the waters fail from the sea, and the flood decayed and dried up, so man lieth down and riseth not till the heavens be no more. They shall not awake, nor be raised out of their sleep. O that thou wouldest hide me in the grave, that thou wouldest keep me secret until thy wrath be past, that thou wouldest appoint me a set time and remember me. Right? Which is what? To rise us up from that dead state, right? And give us that eternal life. If a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait, till my change come. Alright? Till my change come, which goes back to, I think it's 1 Corinthians 15, boy. Bear with me. Alright, 1 Corinthians 15. 1 Corinthians 15 and 51 I will start at. It reads, Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. Alright. Alright. This is something I should really, you know. Alright, good. But we shall all be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trump shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed, which is what the brothers, you know, brothers and sisters who pass on in this truth, you know, who pass on who run their race and finish their course. All right? Yeah? For this corruptible must put on incorruption. All right? This corruptible flesh that we have here, it must put on incorruption, you know. That's why when we read in Job, we talk about that change, you know. He will wait for his time appointed for that change. Where he's speaking about that extraterrestrial body, that celestial body. All right, that body where, you know, it will not taste death anymore. You know, you wouldn't you know, it goes back to oh gosh, help me here, yeah, about Hebrews 8:8, you know, where, you know, the laws and everything will be written within us, and what have you, we wouldn't go off, we wouldn't sin anymore, you know, and by, you know, we wouldn't sin anymore, which would end up being leading us to death, because the wages of sin is death. All right. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up. Death is swallowed up in victory. All right. So, you know, this is what we hopefully like waiting for, because in this world here that we live in here now, you know, we can't get that here. Right here you have Esau trying to imitate it, trying to carbon copy it, but it is not the original. What in which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua has given you. You know? Which goes even further to show that we life don't mean nothing here, boy. You know, we life don't mean nothing here. Going back to Job, we life don't mean nothing here. We life it is just a pass by. They Job 12:4. It reads, I am as one mocked of his neighbor, who calleth upon Yahweh, and he answereth him. The just upright man is laughed to scorn. All right? Yeah. Because when you go to Sirach, at Sirach 13, I think, Sirach 13. Let me see verse 3. No, let me go down. Let me see. Let me go down. No, I gotta go back up. Where it speaks about that's no. I gotta get a scripture quick. It's Sirach 13 itself, but let's see 23. Sirach 13 and 23. Let's go straight. I'll read from 22. It reads when a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slip, and yet they rebuke him too. He speak wisely, and could have no place. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he say. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. All right? So, when I go back to the Job, Job 12 and 4, all right? When I go back to the Job 12 and 4, it reads, I am as one that mocked of his neighbor, who calleth upon Yahweh, and he answereth him. The just upright man is laughed to scorn. All right? The just upright man is laughed to scorn. All right? Because this is the situation here. You know, because you bringing out this truth, because you being of uprightness, all right? You are being, you know, again, go back to the same word what I used earlier on, taboo. All right? Because people uphold, the majority in this world uphold wickedness. This is what it is about, you know, they uphold wickedness. Verse 5, he that is ready to slip with his feet is as a lamb despised in the thought of him that is at ease. The tabernacle of robbers prosper, right? The rich man, all right? And they that provoke Yahweh are secure, into whose hand Yahweh bringeth abundantly, all right? Because the scripture talks about what he blessed both the just and the wicked, all right? And the thing is, this is the time of the wicked because, hey, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That's why they prosper. And they prosper in wickedness, you know, because they have a time. Everything is all about time, you know. And they have a time where, you know, they is going to fall. Where Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai is going to bring judgment upon them. All right? So, last scripture, because in this, I didn't want to make this too long at all. All right, I'll leave this one here for last because this is a lengthy scripture. All right, Job 3:1, it reads, and after this open Job Salakia his mouth and cursed this day. All right, and there's a reason why I'll leave this for last. And Job spake and said, let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said, there is a man-child conceived. Let that day be darkness, let not Yahweh regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it. Let darkness and the shadow of death stay in it. Let a cloud dwell upon it. Let the blackness of the day terrify it. As for that night, let darkness squeeze upon it. Let it not be joined unto the days of the year. Let it not come into the number of the months. Lo, let that night be solitaire. Let no joyful voice come therein. Let them curse it that curse the day, who are ready to raise up the morning. Let the stars of the twilight therefore be dark. Let it look for light, but have none, neither let it see the dawning of the day. Because it shut not up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hid sorrow from mine eyes. What Job is actually saying here, you know, is that he regret the day that he was born. And I would say this, back then, even when I was in the world, you know, sometimes I used to carry that thought, you know, like, because you know, my mom, you know, she would, when she was alive and whatnot, she would give me, you know, testimonies of, you know, when I had born, you know, I almost died and whatnot, so forth, because I born very, 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 very small. I stayed in hospital for a couple months, well, with all sorts of tubes and what have you. You know, I didn't really properly, fully well develop with certain things within man, whatnot, so forth. You know, it was a touch and go situation with me, you know, and growing up, you know, and going through certain things in life, because I go through a lot, you know. I never really grew up with my mom. I grew up with certain family members, you know, and I wasn't treated with living with certain family members. I wasn't treated with a certain type of love you would expect to get, you know, and what have you. You know, I go through a lot, and sometimes I used to wish, you know, that Yahweh Hashem Yahshai that put me to death. You know, sometimes I used to wish that why I didn't just go one time, you know, at that early stage in life, you know, that I wouldn't have to be going through these type of struggles and what have you. But at the same time too, I used to be saying somehow I feel I have a purpose. And coming into the truth, you know, I get to see the purpose that Yahweh Hashem Yahshai keep me here for, you know. But at the same time, you know, if that had I reach that point now, you know, where you're on the outside looking in or the inside looking out, or however you want to put it, where the truth is concerned, and you're seeing how this world is and where you striving to be, and sometimes you just carry the mindset of if Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to take you, you know, before all this destruction and all that to take place, you know, count it all joy at the same time, you know. Because, hey, this world, it had nothing to offer us. Alright? It had nothing to offer us. So, reading verse 11, going on down, why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? Why did the knees prevent me? Or why the breasts that I should suck? For now, should I have lain still and been quiet, I should have slept. Then had I been at rest. Alright? Then had I been at rest. With kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as hidden untimely birth, or as an hidden untimely birth, I had not been as infants which never saw the light. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. Alright? And there the prisoners rest together, they that hear not the voice of the oppressor. Alright? Because why? They're in the spirit world. And when you're in the spirit world, you're at peace. Alright? No, even these elites these elites who passed on and they're in the spirit world and whatnot, they cannot do shit up there in the spirit world. Alright? When I say they cannot oppress nobody, they have no power to oppress nobody because hey, you're in the spirit world. Alright? You're done dead. You can't do nothing. Alright? Your spirit left the body and gone back to the one who created it. And when you update and had that wicked, you had that nonsense that he was doing here upon the face of the earth. You know? And this is the mindset that a lot of us carry, you know. All of us carry. At least, you know, when we're dead and go from this wicked place, yeah, we have no worries. At least when we're dead, we have no worries. Hope you was edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai with this video. You know? I'm looking to go and get ready now, Falca. We had to go and do the works. So, Kal Halayam La Alahayanawa Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Ka Kodash. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations unto the brothers who preaching and teaching us truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and the freedom to do so now more than ever. Shalom unto the speckled Israelites who looks like the other nations, but are Israel through their forefatherly lineage. And shalom unto the very few, but faithful Akoats. This is a brother Kahan from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp here in Trinidad saying shalom. Until next time. Shalom.